Hello and welcome to another episode of Boxing with Paul. And today, I'm very excited to bring you the TCL Tab 8 LE. Let's take a look at it. This tablet currently retails for $159.99 and it's a strong competitor against Alcatel Street Tab 2 because they're very similarly priced tablets and they're also very similarly featured tablets. In the box, we got a USB-A 10-watt wall adapter, as well as a USB-A to USB-C cable, and a nice, actually, very high quality SIM ejector tool that is a lot nicer than the ones that are included by Apple and Samsung, because lately those companies have been cheaping out, as well as a quick start guide that is usually warranty and safety guide all in one, usually bundled all together, and that's it. Now the tablet itself is, again, holy cow, very similar to the Alcatel Droid Tab 2, which is just a very average feeling slab of plastic and glass, coming at 310 grams with an 800 by 1280 IPS LCD, 32 gigabytes of storage paired to 3 gigabytes of RAM. We do feature a MediaTek MT8766 quad-core processor clocked in at 2.0 gigahertz. Meanwhile, we don't have fingerprint readers. We do have facial recognition to unlock the tablet. And we also feature dual-band Wi-Fi AC as well as Bluetooth 5.0, but unfortunately no NFC. We do feature a 4080 mAh battery that is more than enough for this quad-core processor. And as far as cameras go, we do have the same 5 megapixel lens on the front as in the back, in addition to having dual stereo speakers. Now on the left side, we do have the SIM card tray. On the very top, we do have our 3.5mm audio jack, our Type-C port, as well as a speaker grill. On the right side, we have volume up, volume down slider, as well as a power button. And you guys already know that drives me up the wall, because every single time I'm just trying to turn it up, I'm trying to turn it down, I'm trying to just adjust the volume, I wind up ending the phone call, I wind up turning off the screen, and I wind up just not having a good time. That's also closely followed by a pinhole microphone. And at the bottom, we do have another speaker grill, which confirms the stereo speakers that were confirmed in the spec sheet of the tablet. And over on the right side, we do have the SIM/SD card tray. Now again, on the back, nothing but the 5 megapixel lens that is also featured on the front, but I don't know if you guys can hear that. It is a very textured bag that is meant to look kind of like carbon fiber, but of course it's just a plastic bag. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to play Super Mega Champions on the TCL Tab 8 LE, and in order to give it the best chance at doing well, we're going to go ahead and put it on energy saving. Again, in order to give it also the best chance, we're also not going to do any sort of screen recording, as it already seems to be having a hard time just existing and just launching the game in general. And we're going to go ahead and see, just launching settings. It won't even launch settings. Holy cow, graphic. See, it already put me into the game. It was taking that long just to launch the settings. But I don't have high hopes for this, because again, this is a quad core processor and it's already crashing. I'm hoping to, I press wait, but it's already crashing, so that does not bode well for the tablet. But again, this is a quad core. I don't expect the world out of it. You know, it's like it's expecting you to be able to haul a whole camper with your Ford Ranger. I mean, you might be able to, but it's gonna have a hard time doing it, you know. And we have 38 seconds left on the clock, and man, oh man, that is just chug city. Like, holy cow, that is not a positive gameplay experience. That is not me slowing it down or me doing any sort of hocus pocus. Look, this is real time. That is bad. That's bad. That looks really bad. Holy cow. Look. That is just, what, like 10 frames per second? 5 frames per second, maybe? That's really bad. look at this. Look at this garbage. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look. It's not moving. I'm moving and it's not. Holy cow. And again, feast your eyes on this. I'm moving and it's not. Holy cow. Holy cow. Did we already miss the... Yep, we missed the castle. Holy cow. We're supposed to land in the castle. Okay, well... Can we at least manage City Hall? I mean, to be completely honest, it's garbage. Actually, I'm trying to be like, oh, it's nice, but it's not the end. It's pretty bad, especially when it's a competitive game. Maybe if you were by yourself, maybe if this was Roblox or maybe this was Minecraft, which I have never played either one of those games, but those seem to be games where it seems to be a little more forgiving for you to have crappy or really not the best graphics. But in this game, where again this is a competitive game and you're going up against other players, it just doesn't bode well for this, for it to be doing this poorly this early in the game. And I can't imagine what will happen to it once it actually gets out. Oh man, this is such a poor experience. Look, I'm stuck. Okay, well, never mind. I am now unstuck. But this is just a very poor experience. I wouldn't recommend you download any games on this. You know what? I might go ahead and try to download Temple Run or Subway Surfers, like a game that has been around for 15, 20 years. Just so that I can go ahead and try it out. If we can manage to unalive this person, we'll be okay. We'll consider this a success. Man, this is bad. Oh man, this is bad. Holy cow. Oh, come on. Unalive. And this is terrible. This is just really bad gunplay. Man, that was really, really bad. Holy cow. I can't imagine this person playing on any worse hardware than I am. Holy cow, that was really, really bad. Let's go ahead and get on a robot. Let's go wow here. It's gonna swap that out. I'm gonna stand by this little recharger thing. But yeah, definitely I wouldn't want to put any sort of screen recording on this. It was already trying to crash on me and whatnot. Oh, that's just like a normal screenshot, I guess. Okay. But I guess it won't let us do a screen recording. I would have loved to be able to do a screen recording. But nope, it's sending us to the settings. No, let's go back to the game. Oh man, this tablet can't even handle that. Well, there you guys have it. Honestly, I was very much looking for an excuse to be able to get out of this, because this is just a terrible experience. You do not want to play this game on that, or maybe any other game. This is more for content viewing. This is more for web browsing. This is more for maybe watching YouTube or watching Netflix, and that's about it. You do not want to be playing any sort of high-end games, or any games for that matter, again, on this tablet, because that was just a garbage experience. I literally just wanted to go to settings. It didn't have enough RAM, or it didn't have enough processing power for us to just go over and look at the settings. Meanwhile, it still had this game loaded. That's just a terrible experience. So again, that's just an excuse for me to get out of there, thankfully. And then now I can go ahead and fire up the camera and be able to show you guys just how good and bad this 5 megapixel front and backward facing camera is. So then that was a selfie on the TCL Tab 8 LE tablet. And keep in mind that this is with the best lighting possible. If this doesn't do well now, it's probably never going to do well. And then this is a video looks and sounds like on the forward-facing camera of the TCL Tab 8 Elite. And again, this is with the best lighting possible, and if it doesn't do well now, it probably never will. And to be completely fair, it doesn't look like it's completely bad, but the viewing angles on this tablet are just the absolute worst. You guys let me know in the comments what it looks like. Oh man, that took a whole second and a half for it to say that. And let's go ahead and flip this thing around, and also, and this is what video looks and sounds like on the back-facing camera of the TCL Tab 8 Elite, which should look just as bad as the forward-facing one, as they're supposed to be both 8 megapixel sensors, and I can't imagine them won't be better. And then last but not least, the very last thing for us that is left to do is for us to be able to run Geekbench and be able to get a Geekbench score out of this. I don't have high expectations for this Geekbench benchmark, as I don't need numbers to tell me that this is a poor processor. I just used it right now. I just fired it up on some light gaming, and it didn't do very well. Mind you, I set it to high settings, but it was on low quality. It was 60 frames per second, but again, very low quality settings. And again, just from us talking right now, I've been talking for maybe 30 seconds. It's still at 0%. So I really don't have any high hopes for this. I don't think it will even run the Geekbench test, because it just took almost 30 seconds and it timed out. So I think this thing is just too weak or too underpowered to even run Geekbench. At the very least, the Alcatel Tattoo tablet was able to give us some Geekbench results. This tablet is not able to run any sort of Geekbench test. Go in the comments. What are your thoughts on this tablet? Again, the fact that it's not even able to run Geekbench, that kind of tells me a little bit. And as always, thanks for watching.